What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Justin, Valuetainment Saunders, coming back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, I want to cover the $1 million question. I get asked this all the time is, should I outsource my Facebook ads? And the short answer is no, don't outsource your Facebook ads. I'm going to show you in this video how to do it. And then more importantly, talk to you towards the end of this on when you should actually be outsourcing your ads if you are. And before I get into the nitty gritty of exactly just how to set this up, because if you just stick through this, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, by the time you watch this, you're going to have a very solid understanding of what it takes to set it up. And I'm going to show you the way that I set up all of our ads inside our businesses. And this is your first time tuning in or knowing anything about me. I've spent well over millions of dollars on Facebook ads, and I'm going to share some cool things with you on here. So first things first, it really depends on where you're at in your agency on if or if not, you should be outsourcing your ads. And when I first think of the word outsourcing, it makes me think of literally just giving it to someone else because you don't know how to do it. And if you're doing less than 10K a month right now, and you don't know how to do Facebook ads and you're either outsourcing or you're thinking about outsourcing, this video is probably going to be the most important thing that you can ever come across. So what I would highly suggest to do is, if again, we'll just even put it at 20K. If you're doing less than $20,000 a month right now, revenue inside your agency, you should 100% be doing fulfillment yourself. And the reason being, I'll give you 3 reasons why, and then I'll go into actually how to set this up yourself. Reason number 1 is you're not in control. Let's just say, for example, like you have 15 clients, like things are going really well. You have 15 clients, you're scaling, you're putting money in ad spend, you're hiring employees, things are going good. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your fulfillment team, maybe they get sick, the whole team, the whole business just goes under, something crazy happens, right? Well, then what? You literally have to start over from scratch, and you have all those clients, all those expenses, everything already piling up. One little small thing could literally just take your building and just make it crash. And I'm speaking from experience in anything I teach, guys. I personally tried this, and it's not because I didn't know how to do ads. It was more importantly because I wanted to scale faster than I should. And I realized that wasn't the smartest thing to do. If you guys have been following me for a little bit, I talked about how there was a month one time where, we lost a lot of money. We lost about $60,000 in 1 month. And it was because of a scenario like this where we brought on somebody to do the fulfillment and it just didn't work. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I can speak from experience with this stuff. Like, losing 60 G's in 1 month is no bueno. I promise you that. It was very rough. We bounced back. Very grateful for that, but it was very rough at that time. But point being, number 1 is you're not in control. And if you're not in control, you're not going to be able to grow correctly. Now, everything I teach in here, if you bring on fulfillment yourself and then train an employee to do it, that's a whole different story. We'll cover that. But for right now, reason number 2 is just reporting wise, efficiency wise. It's not easy. Like, you're going to be waiting on someone else to report back to you. Then you're going to have to report back to your client. Like, there's so many issues that go wrong with Facebook ads. I promise you, like, if you haven't ran 100 campaigns yet, then you have not experienced this, but there are so many issues of things going right, things going wrong, ad accounts getting disabled, campaigns is not working. So it's like one of those things where if you have somebody else, it's not efficient because you're going to have to have them report back to you on their time. You're going to have to report back to your client. Client's going to have to report back to you. Then you're going to have to report back to them. It's just like, there's way too many steps. And then lastly, reason number 3 is margins. If you want to grow your business the right way, this is where so many agency owners screw up, is they get rid of their margins right away. Like they start giving away, they don't actually know what they're making inside their business. And then they give, a fulfillment team, like, I don't know, let's just say like 20% or something like that. It's fine when you're like pushing really big numbers, like when your actual margins are in place. I mean, 20% fulfillment's a lot when you're up there for sure. But it kind of comes into play is you want to keep as much margin, as much revenue, as much cash coming in your business as you possibly can. And the best way to do this is learning and doing it yourself. Because let's just say, for example, you are guaranteeing 30 leads for your home remodeling client, right? And it usually costs you $1,000. So you factor that in. Once you get really good at this and you know how to get cost per lead down, and let's say you can get that down to $600, you're pocketing an extra $400 each and every single month. So it's something where, you know, it slowly starts adding up. And that's why I highly suggest that when you do this, you really look at your numbers and get a understanding of where you're at with your numbers. So those are 3 reasons why I would suggest not outsourcing your ads. If you guys want me to, I've got one more thing I want to cover, and then I'll show you this if you want. If you want me to like actually go inside my screen and show you how to set up an ad, give me a hashtag ad down below. And if we get enough of those, I'll actually literally just help you literally create a campaign with you while we're on here and show you. But the other reason why it's not smart to outsource ads is because it's just one of those things where when you don't know how to run your business the right way, especially as you're starting out, there's so many variables. And kind of like what we're talking about with these reasons here is you want to just have a straight path to building your business the right way, right? And the best way is just to learn it. Like at the end of the day, the skill set that you're learning, that you're building here, is something that's going to carry on and on and on. And it's going to be a skill set that's worth thousands, maybe millions, maybe billions of dollars, whatever it is that you learn. So always remember that too, is like, it's a good skill set just to learn. And even if you are at the point, like, for example, now we have a fulfillment team inside our business, right? We've trained them. They're doing it. If anything crazy went wrong, like I could go in there and fix it because I know how to do that stuff. If you outsource it, you don't necessarily know how to do that. So your question might be, when do I start outsourcing, Justin? Over 20K a month right now, but I'm still doing it myself. Easy answer for that is until you have to, is what I would really say. And it's taken a lot of the time. I personally, like, we had everything going inside our agency till like probably, I think around 30K is when I started teaching someone else how to do it. And to be honest with you, I ended up just teaching one of our ninjas how to run the ads. So they would just create it and then I would go and review it, then publish it. You don't have to do that. But it definitely works. And that's why, like, with the strategies that we teach, at least, we highly recommend like picking one industry and sticking to it and perfecting one offer because it's super scalable with everything that you do. And that's why, like, okay, with chiropractors, for example, I taught my ninja how to go out there and just create a $27 new patient special. Would create it, use the templates that we use, and then I would just go back and review it and then send it. Worked really well, right? So I got my aminos. Actually, just got back from the gym. But I see, got some hashtag ads, hashtag ads, hashtag ads. Okay, cool. Let me just go ahead and share my screen on how to set this up. Cool. So if this worked correctly, you guys should be able to see my Facebook screen. If you guys can see screen, give me a hashtag screen down below. The reason being I have 2 monitors and I always get them mixed up on which one I'm actually sharing. Cool. So first thing you're going to do is come in here and understand whether or not what type of campaign you want to run. If you're doing a lead generation campaign for your client, I'm going to suggest 2, and then I'm going to base it off 1 in this video. So if you want more numbers, go lead generation. Lead generation will get you more numbers, but not as good as quality as conversions. Conversions is when you drive to a landing page and you're going to convert somebody, right? Lead generation is more like beginner friendly. I personally love lead generation because Facebook has even came out and said it, that they reward marketers that come out here and give more opportunity for keeping people on their platform. Facebook doesn't want to put people away from their platform. They've even said that they want to keep them on here. So that's why I like lead generation. There's a lot of ways that you can get better quality leads utilizing this. So let's just go ahead and set this up. Get my aminos. And the way you're going to set it up is campaign name, Dr. John lead campaign, right? Whatever you want to do. Special ad categories. I don't do anything with that. CBO. This kind of depends on your budget. One of the strategies we teach is a triple threat campaign. And if you have enough budget, I suggest using a CBO. But if you're only doing if you're doing less than $20 a day, you don't really need it. You can use it if you want. For this example, we're just going to do it. We're not going to do it. Ad set name. And then what I do here is like put the interest, who I'm targeting, stuff like that. So we're going to do instant forms. Put your Facebook page, daily budget. Let's say for this client, it was like $20 a day, and we'll do 2 ad sets to kind of split test it. But right here is where you want to, again, I don't really touch much there. Location, make sure your location's right. If you have a specific area that you want to target, like maybe let's say this was their address right there, and you wanted to do a specific area, you could do that. Get your targeting in place here. Let's just say they wanted 35 plus. And one thing I always look at is potential reach right here. What I found the golden spot is if you're doing it for a local business, around 400,000 is like ideal. That's just what I personally found and what we aim for. So maybe I'll put this 8, see how that changes. 510. So actually what we're going to do, because this will change, we're going to divide it up by men and women. This one's going to be we'll do women on this one and see how that changed to 260. So let's actually put that up to 14. 440. Boom. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I usually do blank targeting if it's a local business, and I let the ad copy do its own selling. So that's something I would really suggest getting good at is copywriting. Because if you have a good offer and you just put it in the right place, like if you just put it in the area that you're targeting, it'll perform by itself. Automatic placements. If you don't know, automatic placements is just literally like everything. If you're to do manual placements, you can come in here and choose what you want. Automatic placements is all of this. So if you want to just do an Instagram ad, you could unhighlight all of these and just do Instagram story ad. What I always like to do is automatic placements. I let Facebook, optimize towards itself. And then from here, you'll have ad 1, and then depends on how you want to set this up. I would personally, I'll show you in a second. I would duplicate this a couple times. Actually, let me set it up first and then show you. So before you duplicate it, you have ad 1, right? In ad 1, you're going to put this in. Let's just say this is ad 1. You have your primary text, and this is an easy thing. Here's some examples of stuff that we used in the past. See if that pops up. I don't know where that went. Okay, cool. Hey, call out area. Constant knee pain and overall lack of energy may be common, but they are not normal. We are giving out 27 vouchers for a free knee pain consultation. This ad copy actually works really well, by the way. I wasn't going to give you guys the ad copy, but, you call me Justin over delivering Saunders for a reason. So yeah, use that ad copy, tweak it to your own, obviously. Headline. You can see some of the headlines that we use right here. Honestly, I like keeping things simple. And then description, I usually don't put much in the description. You can put something like that, only 7 appointments remaining. But let's just see if we have while we're here, you connect the Instagram account or create your own. Yeah, we'll just keep that media. I don't really feel like doing all that right now. Just want to show you guys how to set this up, and then create a form. That's how you're going to collect the leads. Label your lead form up there. I wonder if we have one already on here. No. Create your form here. Intro. You don't have to have an intro. For this particular method, I would start broad and remove the intro. So you're just collecting your name, email, phone number. So then you'd come down, because all I did was right there, hit delete. If you have an intro, you're going to get more quality leads, but you want to start and then build your way up is how I always do it. So you have email, full name, and I don't like how they have it like that. So what I do is I come in here and I'll move it around. I like full name, email, phone number, just like that. Privacy, you're going to want to add a privacy policy link. Like you can literally just Google privacy policy link example or template, copy and paste it, and then tweak your own words in there. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it. It's not that big of a deal unless you're spending over like 10, 15K in an ad account. So don't worry about it. You could even put your own website on here. So prospectingninjas.com. So by the way, if you guys want Prospecting Ninja, go to prospectingninjas.com. That is how we completely automate our business. And I would highly suggest that if you need more booked appointments and want more sales closed, get a Prospecting Ninja. Prospectingninjas.com for more information. You know how to throw that in there. Custom disclaimer, you don't need anything. Step 2, what I always like to do here is step 2, book an appointment. You can say whatever, do a high popular demand. We only have 4 appointments left. So just to incentivize you to book, incentivize you. Whatever, like that's not the copy that we use, but you want to incentivize them somehow, some way here, get a little creative with it. And then you can just, I don't like view website. That just sounds weird. Book now. Claim your new patient. Claim new patient special now. Right, whatever it is. And then you put your link. www.prospectingninjas.com. Which, by the way, the landing page on that's really dope. Go check it out. And the video is cool too. If you wanted to, this is how I would just set it up, to be honest with you. I'm not going to publish it right now, but you would know how to, you would do that. And then what I would do is I would actually come here and see how I have, let me go back to that real quick. This is ad 1. I'll just call this like blue image, right? Whatever it is that you want to call it there. And then what I would do from there is these are all these ads are under that one ad set. So check this out. I would duplicate this twice. And you can do the same thing in CBO. If you're doing CBO, I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's like the same concept. It's a little bit easier with CBO. Let's say you had by the way, if you're doing knee pain, this image, I don't know why, but it always worked really well. Green light. And then you would, again, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. And then you would come down here, you do another one. Let's just say this is orange image. And what happens is when you set all these up, these are all under this ad set. So this ad set is, and again, you'd want to come back to ad set and like name it. So ad set 1233 Shafter Street, and then put like, males only, whatever it is. However you want to say organized with it. Come in here and then I would duplicate this ad set, because what's going to happen is when you duplicate this, it's going to duplicate these 3 ads. So that's why I always like to create this first, and then you have this, and then you can duplicate it. So check this out. Come in here, duplicate. Just duplicate it once, and instead of targeting males only, I would target females only. I think I have that backwards. I think that other one was females. So let me just check. You come here. Okay, so this one's women. I would change that to men. And then I would come back because this one's actually females. Just change the title. And what's going to happen is, so this is the one that we duplicated into males only, right? You click on that. And then you have, these are all setting up. Just check this out. This will probably make more sense. So see how we have that? Now we have the green light, orange light, and blue light already underneath the males one as well, and the lead form and everything. So that's how you set it up. To be honest with you, it's really not that complex. Like, and I could honestly tell you how to do this in my sleep just because I've done it so many times. But I would really, if you don't know how to run Facebook ads, definitely go out there and learn it. It's a really good skill set to learn. And it's also something that, you know, it's fun to do, honestly, like once you get good at it. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let me see. I lost you guys on here. Okay, there we are. So yeah, that's how to set that up. I hope you guys found value in this. If you did, give me a hashtag value down below. We go live inside my Facebook group and on YouTube every Thursday at 1 p.m. EST. So, you know, depending on where you're tuning in from on here, either make sure you turn on the notifications inside the group, hit the subscribe button because we're here. And if you have any questions anytime, or if I miss them on this call, I'll always go back and answer those as well. As well as we also have some giveaways. We're starting to give out some Amazon gift cards and some really cool stuff too. So with that being said, I hope you found value in understanding like when you should actually outsource Facebook ads. More importantly, just learn the skill set on your own. But with that being said, until next time.